name is Ali Abdo. Most people know me as Excessum in the community, competitive game community. You can just call me X if it's too hard to pronounce. 27 years old, and I've been in competitive gaming for a while now, ever since the Halo 2 days. I got into fighters recently with Street Fighter 4. We used to play fighters before that, but nothing serious. You know, we thought we were good, me and my brothers, playing against each other, until we went to a tournament and found out what real skill is. So that's how basically we got into the fighting game. When we got into the fighting community, I wasn't sure what to expect, but after a while you realize that they're one of the best communities around. Like, coming from first-person shooter community, the fighting game community was a lot less cocky and very welcoming, and they'll teach you if you needed help. They're happy to put you, take you under their wing and help you out, help you improve. And yeah, so that's why, because they treated us so well, I wanted to pay them back and help grow the community here in Australia for fighting games. Basically, just trying to get everyone in Melbourne to come out. Like, a lot of them play online, you see the names online, and you try to convince them to come out and play at tournaments, because just like every time we have a new player at a tournament, they end up 90% of the time coming back because they enjoy it so much and they feel so welcome. Like, it's just the initial step of trying to get them to come out of their shell of playing online and just playing with a bunch of people that, feel the same way about fighting games. They love them, they love the competitive style of it. So yeah, that's basically it, just convincing them. Well, Shadowloo Showdown is a major fighting game event. Like, we have all these minor fighting game events throughout the year in Melbourne and around Australia, but not too many majors. So this one is a major event. By major event, I mean big players from all around the world coming down to compete. Plenty of setups, plenty of casual setups, competitive setups. The event will be streamed worldwide. There'll be sponsorship money on the line and prizes, and it's just a big venue. So there's also spectators. It's like one of these events, but on a grander scale. So a lot more excitement, I think, because there's so much more on the line. Well, I haven't seen too much of the other communities. Like, South Australia doesn't have too many people, same thing as Western Australia. Well, not too many people that actually compete. Maybe they got a few just hidden and they just got to get them out. Sydney, I don't mean to insult anyone, but I feel like a lot of them are a bit too, I don't know, like, aren't welcoming enough, I think. Some of them are, don't get me wrong, but others maybe too elitist of a attitude that it scares away some of the newcomers. Also, I think, but I think that's changed recently. Over the last few months, Sydney has become more of a welcoming community. Just only thing they're lacking is a bit more venues and stuff like that, which I think will help them a lot. As for Queensland, they're kind of like joking around guys. They don't take everything serious when they report the scores, their results and that. It's always a joke. Their usernames are jokes, but yeah, I think they're one of the liveliest communities. As for Melbourne, yeah, just everyone is very close. Like, it's a big community, and everyone basically knows everyone. So even if you're new, in about 1 or 2 more events, you'll know most of the community. Salty, but a lot of people use that around the world. Basically, it just means someone who's upset a little bit, salty tears. We got a word called fimble, which is fumble and fingers together. So anytime you make a mistake with your fingers when you're trying to put a command in, that's called a fimble. Sharp is when you do something, pretty cool, like sharp. Yeah, so those are the major ones that are used here in Melbourne. So a lot of people might not know this because, arcade's a dying breed. So what you're going to do when you do go to an arcade, especially in Melbourne, is if you want to turn, just put your coin or something recognizable that's yours on the machine that you think is going to be free next. And yeah, so you'll be next in line. If there's already a coin there, put your coin behind theirs. Hopefully something different. Just got to watch out for a few dodgy people that walk around taking coins. That's why I'm saying maybe put a poker chip, or even just a little toy, something like that. And yeah, just try not to double dip. I know a lot of people, you lose and you want to straight away get back into it and get revenge, but there are people waiting. So if you see a coin and if you see someone waiting, just be cool and just get off. Unless they say it's alright, and they say it's alright, go for a rematch and go for it. Very welcoming one, and then same thing with the other states. All of them are up to scratch now. So if you're in another state and you see this, and every state has a community, you just got to go out and find it. There's websites, shadowloo.com, there's ozhado.net. Look for those, and yeah, just see where your local community is, get involved. It'll be, trust me, once you start playing offline, it's hard to go back online, because it's not the same. It's just so much better playing offline, no lag, and you get to see the person you're facing either face to face, or especially if you did something wrong, you can go up to the player and say, hey, what do you think I need to do to improve? You can't really do that online. Online is I know there's too much jerks online that probably just tell you to F off, but yeah, it won't happen at LANs and offline. So just come out, and if it's your first time going out, don't be afraid. They're not going to bite you. Like I said, everyone is friendly. Just introduce yourself. See who's running the event, and they'll be happy to introduce you to everyone else if you're too shy to do so yourself. And yeah, that's basically it. And at least come to Shadowloo Showdown, then you'll see what the fighting game community is really like when they're all together against taking on the world, basically. So cool.